Can you all see my screen? Can you all see my screen?
Yes, yes, we can.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
All right. Okay, all right. So again, we come back to our Gmail. This is our Gmail, and we want to access Google Forms. Okay, so first of all, what is Google Forms used for, and how is it going to be, or how is it beneficial to you, or how would it be useful to you as a virtual assistant? Now, there are instances where you probably want to do recruitment, or you want to collect a certain information from your clients, partners, or customers that would require you setting up what we call Google Forms. So Google Forms is just an online form that someone can use to fill in their information or information you require from them, and you'll be able to see all the responses that they have made to your form, and then you can use that information to take necessary decisions. Right. So to access Google Forms, we are in Gmail. So from Gmail, you come to the Google Apps icon here, and from the Google Apps icon here, you can scroll and look for forms. Yeah, so this is Google Forms. So I'm going to click on Google Forms. Right, so it's going to bring me here. Now, you'll be able to see a list of forms that you have created. Now, these are template forms. You can see contact information, RSVP, party invite, t-shirt sign up, event registration. These are all these are all um these are all templates. But of course you can create a new form by creating a blank form by clicking blank form, right? So you click on blank form. Now, this is your form. Now here you're going to specify the title of this form. What do you want to call this form? Let's say customer request or registration form, right? Then we can have a description for this form. Say, for instance, or we can say
Hello, sir. I can't hear you again. No.
yes, that's because I am actually typing. If you look at my
Okay,
screen,
sir.
I'm actually typing something. All right. Then you can decide to either bold, italicize, underline, just format the text, the introduction or the description, right? And you can also decide to insert a link. So if, for instance, if there's a link in this text you have typed, you can decide to insert a link, or you can decide to bullet. So this description actually is just for you to be able to give necessary information to whoever is taking a look at this form, right? Then you can now begin to create your form. Just very simple. So for instance, I can decide to say first name. So what kind of field is this? Do you want it to be a short answer, just a small text box? Do you want it to be a paragraph, that is a big text box? Do you want it to be multi-choice, more like a question that has options, right? Now you have to select one option. Then you want it to be checkboxes. Checkboxes mean that these options are going to, so um you can select multiple options, right? Do you want it to be a drop down, more like a drop down menu, right? To select from a list of options. Or do you want it to be a file upload? You probably want to collect passport um or any document, maybe CV and so on and so forth. Then linear scale. Um, do you want them to be able to um, select from a scale of options? Then rating. So rating like 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, just like asking a question, how do you rate our service, right? And then the client has to choose what kind of rating they want to give. Is it is it 1 star rating, 2 star rating, and so on, and so on and so forth. Then multiple choice grid. Do you want to have a grid of multiple choices that your client can choose from, or you want to use a grid of tick boxes, right? Then is it a date field? Do you want to collect date or do you want to collect time? So these are the different types of um options available if you want to select. Then, okay, so first name now should be what? Who can tell us what field or what kind of option we should choose for the first name field? How do we want to collect this response? Is it in form of a paragraph, short answer, multiple choice? So I need an answer.
Short answer.
Short answer. Why do you say short answer?
Because you're filling in just your first name. So you can type any.
Just your first name. Okay. So I'll choose short answer. Then if I'm done with this short answer text, so if I'm done with this, I can add another field, right? If I click this, it creates another field for me where I can say um last name. Okay, it's also short answer, and I add another field, other names, right? Now, what is it? It's also short answer. Okay, so let's create another one and call it date of birth. Date of birth. So date of birth now would be what? What kind of field should it be?
Date.
Sorry?
I said date. Date.
Hello? Did somebody? Okay, dates. Okay, so do you mean that if we select short answer, it won't
I said
work?
date.
Yes, I heard you.
Date.
I heard you. I agree with you, but I want to ask, if we select short answer, what do you think will happen? Will it work or it won't work?
It will still work, but since we have the option for dates, I think it's safer to go for dates. You can also type in
Okay,
the dates at answer.
okay. But as a professional, right? What do you think? What do you think would be the implication of using short answer rather than date? I mean, if we use short answer, we would still be able to collect our response, right? Am I correct?
Yes, please.
Okay. But then, but why do you strongly feel that we should use dates rather than short answer?
So for the date, it's going to give us different date type. But for the short answer, you have to like type in for particular. I don't know how to put it, but for the date, you get different options to type in.
Okay. Okay, so let me tell you what date is going to do for you. It will automatically pull up a calendar when you get to that field. So all that the respondent is going to do um is just select the date from the calendar. Additionally, additionally, because you want to be able to validate the kind of data you are collecting, such that if you leave it open, someone can decide to type in their date as 01 slash 01 slash 2000. That is the date. Another person can decide to put 01 dash 01 dash 2000. Another person can decide to even start typing their date from the year 2025 slash 01 slash 01. Another person can decide to say 1st January 2001. All of these are dates. But then when you now decide to work on the data, it becomes untidy. Remember what Mr. Paul was teaching you in Excel about data cleaning. Now it becomes difficult for you now to clean that data. But if you have one format that collects all the data and gives you the data in the correct format, then it becomes very, very much easy for you to manipulate your data later when you want to now begin to process the information you've collected. I don't know if that's good. Okay. Also to say that you can actually also add um, import questions or add title and description to a particular. Okay, so you might decide to now break this form into sections, for instance, and that is where you now say, okay, I'm going to add a title and a description for this particular section, and so on and so forth. Or at a particular point, you can decide to, okay, you want to add an image, or you want to add a video, or you want to split this into sections. So if you split into sections, you can now begin to add titles and description and so on and so forth. All right, so we've added date of birth. Let's add another field called phone number, right? So what kind of response should we get from this field? What option should we use? Hello,
Short
Short
answer.
answer.
short answer. Okay, I agree with you. Next, I didn't type my phone number correctly and nobody corrected me. Okay. Next question is, the next question we want to collect is address. So who's going to tell us what kind of, um, field, what kind of option should we use?
To the short answer.
Short answer, right? You said short answer, right?
Yes. Yes, short
Why did you
answer.
say short? Okay, so why did you say short answer?
Because we have different people with different addresses. We can't pick options for that one since we don't all stay in the same address. So the safer option is to go for short answer where everybody can punch their addresses in.
Okay. On this, I refuse to agree with you. I'd rather
Okay.
go for a paragraph. Yeah, I refuse to agree with you on this. I'd rather go for a paragraph. Do you know why? Someone's address can be very long, very, very long. So the text field is going to be wider than for someone who is just entering the fields for first name, last name, other names, and so on and so forth, because those are very short answers. I've not seen someone whose first name is more than 50 characters or even 20 characters, right? But you can have an address that is even more than 200 characters. Am I correct? So that
Yes.
is why we should go for a paragraph.
But sir, does
Then
it mean this is to work
go
still
ahead.
if you decide to go for the short answer still for the address,
Yes,
does it
yes,
mean it's not?
yeah, yeah. It will work. It will work. It will work. It only now brings in an issue of user experience for whoever is filling that form, right? Because if you put short answer, it means that um they would have to, let's assume that they type and get up to this point. See where my cursor is pointing, right? Up to this point. It would now mean, because this is how it's going to look like. This is how it's going to, the text box is going to look like, right? So if it gets to this point, they may have to scroll to the right to continue typing, and that's not a good user experience, right? So to make it um to make it optimized for address, right? Because so like I said earlier, someone's address could be more than 200 characters. So to give the person that feel that they have enough space to type as much information for their address as possible. Don't worry, when we publish this form, you'll be able to see and understand what I'm trying to explain. All right. So next question now would be gender. So what kind of um um drop down should we use? What kind of option should we use? What should we use for this field?
Multiple choice.
Sorry? Multiple choice.
Multiple choice.
Okay, multiple choice. Okay, why not checkbox? Why not
Uh,
checkbox? Why multiple choice?
we can use checkbox too because we're going to tick whichever one the gender is. And but I
Okay.
think
It's
checkbox is under multiple
okay.
choice.
Okay. So I'll tell you why
Sir,
checkbox will not
I
work. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Go
I
ahead,
want to
T.
find why checkbox can't work because you can either be a male or female, so you can't check
Sorry?
two.
Exactly.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Thank you very much. Yes, 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 I had you. So that was where what I was going
Okay.
to um yeah, so that was what I was going to explain. If you select check boxes, it means that you are saying that someone can tick two boxes. So it means that the person can either be male and the person can be male and female. But if you select multiple choice, it means that the person can either be male or female. Do you understand? Then another
So
option that you can use, go ahead.
we have people that identify as both gender.
Okay, but I'm not sure it's in this part of the country, in part of this part of the world. Abby?
Yes, sir.
Uh, so let us stick to Nigeria and Africa. All right. Again, we can decide to use another field, right, for gender. We can choose to use drop down menu. So if you use drop down, it's going to drop down the options for you to select which one. So either you use multiple choice or you use drop down. But I think what works preferably for this is multiple choice, right? So you can just select one of the choices. All right. So we select multiple choice. Then okay, we now say we add another field. and say, um, hey, what course do you want to study? So we want the respondent to be able to select, want the respondent to be able to select multiple options, right? Multiple options. So which one do you think we should go for?
Checkbox. If you
Hmm.
want them to select multiple options.
Multiple checkbox, right? Okay. So, so I forgot here we didn't specify the genders. So we have male, have we have male. Oh, my network. Okay. So we have male. What's wrong with this thing? We have female. Then for course of study, we have virtual assistance. We have data analysis. We have both. Okay, no, take this out. Okay, okay. All right. Then we want them. Please can you mute your mic? Okay. So then lastly, we want to allow them to be able to upload a file, right? Okay. Now we want to do some specifications. So we can say upload CV, right? Then allow specific file types. You want to say, okay, it's only PDF we want. That's the only kind of document we want. And document here now stands for Microsoft Word document or PDF. So these are the only two documents. And then maximum number of files that a respondent can upload. Can say one. Then what's the maximum file size? Now you have to be smart. I need to explain something to you here. You see, it says this form can take up to 1 GB of files. What this means is that, do you know that as they are uploading whatever document they are uploading, that document is going to your Google Drive. So it means that it's your space, the space on your Google Drive that is going to be impacted. So if you leave it to a very large um, um, size, it means that it's going to impact on your Google Drive. So the higher the size you allow them to upload, the more space that is going to be consumed on your Google Drive. Okay. Now, then you can now decide to say, okay, is this field a required field? What I'm trying to say is, must they fill this? I can say yes. So if someone does not fill this, then the form will not submit, right? Then you can add some description to this to be able to guide the the respondent. And then you can also do a response validation by saying that, okay, select at least one option. Now, if someone selects more than one option, then it should throw an error. Okay. Then we can come and say that the first name, the first name field is required. Okay. The last name field is also required. Other names can be optional. Date of birth, if you want, you can make it required or optional. Phone number can be, should be required. Good. Now we have created our form. Let's see how it looks. Okay, so to see how it looks, we're going to click on the preview icon, right? We click on the preview icon. Now, Hello guys, sincere apologies. My network just went off. All right, I don't know if you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
I
I
go
can.
All
collect
right.
the fishing.
Yes.
And where you dey pass, they go the shopping center. Okay, you never ready.
Okay. So I am sharing my screen now. Okay. So can you see my screen?
Yes, I
Yes,
can
sir.
see your screen.
All right. All right. Um so you can see all the fields that we have created, and you can see that the asterisk in red indicates required section. Can you see the description we put earlier? Can you see it here? We just didn't format it to look bold it, italicized and all of that to make it look catchy. But I mean, you guys can do that on your own. Okay, then you can see that it clearly puts a note here that this form isn't accepting responses, and that is because it has not been published yet. So once you publish it, then it can begin to collect responses. So you see the date of birth I was talking about. So if you click on this, it drops down a calendar for you to select your date of birth. Then you can see that because I wanted to fill it and script it, now telling me that it's a required question that I need to provide an answer to. Then phone number, you can see phone number, it's also short field. Then notice something. This is short answer. This is long. This is paragraph. So you can see that I can decide to type as much text as I want, but I can't do that with this guy here. Do you understand? So that was the point I was trying to make earlier. Then gender, you can see I can only select one question, right? One option. Can you see? Then for this, I can select two options. Do you understand the difference now? Then of course, my upload of file, you can see it says upload one supported file, PDF or document. So you can see all those settings that we did. You can see how they look here. Now we can decide to clear this form. That is, clearing now means that you want to clear everything and start um, afresh. You want to start filling the form afresh. And notice something, the submit button is not active, and that is because some fields have not been filled. Okay, still not able to submit because, of course, we did not select something to upload. All right. So that's that about creating your form. Um, I can close this and go back and go back to my form. Then I come to responses. As people begin to fill this form, you are going to see their responses here. Okay. Then do you want to link the responses to Google Sheets? Meaning that you want it to arrange the responses for you in Excel format such that later you can download that Excel. Of course, Sheets is Google Sheets is Excel for Google, and it's just the same thing as Excel, right? So you can decide to link to Sheets so that the responses can go to Sheets. Then settings, make this a quiz, assign point values, set answers, and automatically provide feedback. So if it's an exam, for instance, that you want to create, you want to set an exam and all of that, you can use this to do that. Then responses, manage how responses are collected and protected, right? So collect email addresses, send responders a copy of their response. So if you want to do that, then um, this or this. So it says, so you can now decide to say yes always. Means that each time someone fills this form, they are going to get a copy of whatever they have filled. Now notice something here at the top here. It says all changes saved in Drive. Now what this means is that as you are typing, as you are making edits to this form, it is automatically updating it and putting it in your automatically updating this form in real time. Then allow response editing. What this is saying is, do you want to allow people to be able to come back and edit their form, right? So that's what this guy is trying to say. Do you want people to be able to make edits to a form that they have filled, or you just want someone to submit once and for all? Then there are so many other options or things like form defaults, uh, collect email addresses by default, do not collect, or collect. So if you say collect, that means verified email addresses. So someone has to have that email address, right? So for instance, if you are if you are on Gmail, if you have a Gmail account, it automatically knows that what you are logged in, you have to be logged into Gmail to be able to fill that form, because that's the only way your the respondent's email address can be verified. Then question default, um make questions required by default. What this means is that all questions that you have asked be required. So that means that someone has to fill all the answers. Then you can decide to customize the color of your form, right? So you can choose to change the color. Let's say I want to use something like this. Can you see? I'll change it to green. Can you see? Just play around with it. Then you want to choose a different background. Just play around with it. Or you want to put an image on the header that is at the top here. You want to put an image. You can also choose to do that. You want to change the font type um of of the questionnaire. That's the form. You want to change the font type, right? This is where you do all of that setting, right? Then you can always undo or redo a particular option that particular thing that you have done. Then um lastly, you would be able also be able to add who has access to this form. What this means is um you want to share this form with people, maybe a select few people who can access the form, right? So you choose what you want, whoever you're adding to this to be able to do. Do you want them to be able to edit the form? So these are the options, right? So do you want this to be restricted such that only someone who you have added to this form, just like I showed you in Google Drive the other day, it's only someone you give access to um a particular thing, right, that will be able to have access to it. So, which is what this guy is doing here. So you can add someone by just collecting their email address. And so once you collect their email address, they would be able to you and then click done. They would get an email saying that they have a Google form. They have been given access to a Google form. So what can they do? would they be able to edit the Google form, and would they be able to share the link such that other people can have access to it. So that is that. Then once you are done, you will be able to click on um, this to generate a link and share with people. So what I'm going to do at this point is just to click publish, right? So what this means that all my responders can have access to this. Now this is the link, and I'm going to share with you guys, and you guys should be able to fill this form and send a response. Let me drop it in the chat box. Okay, so this is our Google form. So you fill the form and share. You fill the form and submit. You fill and submit the form. Okay. Any questions so far? Any question?
So I have a question, sir.
Okay, please
All right, sir.
go ahead.
Since we are creating with a Google form or Google one of the in a Google workspace, so will it be possible for somebody using Yahoo to, as in Yahoo.com, to fill the form, or the person using Yahoo.com mail will not be able to fill the form?
Mm. All right, you can mute while I answer your question. This is a this is a very nice question, brilliant question. So the answer is no. It's not only restricted to those who have Gmail. That is why you have the link. Anybody who has that link can fill the form, whether they have a Yahoo Mail or they do not have a Yahoo Mail. Now, remember when I went to show you under settings, I said that um, under settings, I said collect email addresses, yes, verified email addresses. Now, can you see this under this highlighted text? Respondents will be required to sign into Google. So if I say this verified, if I select this option, only those who have Gmail account will be able to fill this form, because they will be required to log in to be able to, because we're going to require their email addresses, and the only way they can submit this form is if they have a Google account. But if I say do not collect, it means that this form is open to anyone who has a whether they have an email or not, they will receive. So once you click that link, it's going to open the form for you, whether you're logged into your email or you are not logged into your email. I don't know if that answers your question.
Yes, sir, it does. Thank you,
Does that
sir.
answer your question? All right. Thank you. So you guys can fill my form and submit. All right. If there are no more questions, let us proceed. Okay. So quickly, we're going to touch on Canva. So I'm going to go to canva.com. So Canva is just an application that you would use to create work on graphics, create create content. So there are lots of things you can do with Canva, right? So can you all see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. So this is Canva. So these are some kinds of documents you can create. You can create a YouTube banner. You can create a document, portrait document. You can create sheets. You can create doc. You can create a whiteboard, presentation, social media, TikTok content, uh, Instagram, and so on and so forth. Then photo editor, you want to edit a photo, you can use this, or you want to edit a video, you can do this. You can also use it to create a website. So some of these are actually in the pro version of um, Canva. Then um, you can create a custom size um, um, document, or you can even upload a document or a file that you want to work on. Uh, I don't know. Can you guys hear me? Hello?
I could not hear you for a while, but I can hear you now.
Hello? Okay, thank you.
Hello,
I
I
Sam.
can hear
thought
you,
it
sir.
threw me out again. All right. Thank you. Yeah, so okay, all right, all right. So these are more like templates you can create. So let's assume that, for instance, we want to create a PowerPoint presentation, right? Your client has asked you to create a PowerPoint presentation. They have a presentation to make in a few days, and they want you to create a very powerful, nice looking PowerPoint presentation. You can get tons and tons of PowerPoint presentation templates on Canva. You can work on these templates, edit them to suit whatever you want, and you can then submit to your client. Right. So it's loading. Sorry, my network seems to be a bit slow. All right. So this is the typical size for a PowerPoint presentation, and you can open the menu here to here. All right. So while that is loading, let me just quickly show you there are thousands of templates you can download. This. Can you guys know? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Mm. Yes.
Ah,
Hello, sir.
okay, okay. Please, you guys need to forgive me. Oh. My network is misbehaving, and Canva is usually a bit heavier than some applications because it's graphics. So okay, okay. So it's loading. Has loaded some templates. So these are some of the templates. So you can decide to filter the templates based on what you are looking for, right? So for instance, let's say social media. If I click on social media, it's going to show me. Okay. So these are different template designs if you want to put on social media, right? So let's assume it's a Facebook post that I want to make. Okay. So maybe you just want to design a very short um a graphic um for Facebook or a Facebook post, right? So you can click on this particular this for instance, this particular template. You just click on customize. It's going to load it for you. Then you can now begin to edit, right? Okay, let's assume that you want to edit this to say, okay, so it's just and decide to reduce the font size by coming here. Right. Now this you can play around with some of this. I can even decide to change the picture of this lady here. I can just play around with it. I can decide to delete this guy. So just I can just play around with this graphic. Once I'm done with whatever it is I'm doing, all I need to do is so I can also import a picture, right? So if I click on this upload, it will allow me to be able to import a picture by clicking on upload files, and then I can select a picture from my computer, and okay, so I couldn't find a picture very handy, so I'll just put this. Okay, so and decide to put this logo somewhere. So the essence of what I'm doing is not to teach you graphics, it's to teach you to show you how the tool works, what and what you can use. So the remaining thing is for you to be creative. It's the main work is you being creative. Okay, this is where I want this to be, this is where I want that to be. It's for you to be able to have some design skills, right? So which you can build by practicing what you are I'm showing you some of the tools, how to navigate the application, right? So that is basically what I'm teaching you. I'm not teaching you graphics. That is not the essence of this class, right? All right. So, like I said earlier, you can play around with this. There are tools you can also add. You can decide, okay, I want to add a line. You can add a line, or I want to add a sticky note, or I want to add text, right? Or I want to add a table to this. If I click table, it would allow me to be able to add a table. So you can see this is the table. I can decide to add a table, add text into the table, and so on and so forth. Then if you want to delete a particular item, so like this table now, you can see there are options at the top, which I can delete, right? Then I can also decide to um, add, for instance, I want to add projects. Maybe there are other projects that I've done before. I want to add them. I can just they're going to show me all of that here, so I can add them to this Canva board. So a Canva is just a plain, in simple terms, a Canva is just a plain um um so they coined their name from the Canva that artists use. An artist has a plain sheet of paper. That is more like their Canva. That is where they drew all their drawing, do all their designs and all of that, right? So that's the idea behind all of this. So I can also decide to add text. Do I want to add a heading, a subheading? So if I say subheading, for instance, see it automatically adds a subheading for me, and see this is the subheading. I can decide to move it to anywhere I want on the Canva. If I don't want, I can just simply delete it. And just simply delete it. It's gone. Then if it's a normal text, this is a normal text. I click on it. You can see it shows me that this is a normal text. This is a normal text. And like I said, if I don't want, I can always delete, right? So these are some things that you can do. Then you can also, if you right click, it gives you some options. You can decide to duplicate this. You can decide to paste something on it. You can decide to copy. You can decide to copy with style. You can decide to, okay, so this layer now, for instance, take a look at this. It's this image is on top of the lady, right? So I want to take it back. All I need to do is right click, come to layer, and then say send backward. So there's a difference between send backward and send to back. Send backward means that it's going to send it, it's going to okay, let me do this. I click send back, all right? It sends back behind the lady. You can see it's behind the lady now, right? Then if I say send backward, that means it should take it behind the last layer of item. So for instance, this 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 here is a graphic, right? Let's assume that I have this graphic. Can you see that this is behind the the phone, right? So if I say send, I come to layer and I say layer and I say send to back, it's going to send it behind the last item. That's what send to back means. So it's going to be back, back, back. Can you see that this is on top of it now? So if I decide to undo, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, right? If I decide to say, I can see it's on top of this, it's on top of the lady. Uh, so if I decide to do layer, I say send to back. You see, it takes sends it behind everyone. That's what that guy does for you. Okay, so once you are done with your, and then again, you would only be able to see when you're exporting, when you are saving this document for export, it's only going to show you Can you guys hear me? Hello? Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Sorry, my network is just crazy today. All right. So, as I was saying, when you are done with your edits, next thing you want to do is click on share. So if you click on share, it's going to load. All right. So now you have options to either say, okay, you want to add people that can edit this document. That is where what this ad is going to do for you. Then only you can access this document currently. What this means is that I'm the only one who can access this document. Now, if I have a team of people that are working with me inside, and I'll say, okay, it's only people in my team that can access this document, or anyone with this link, the link to this document will be able to edit and have access to it. Right, then I can now decide to say, okay, I want to download this document or I want to post it directly to my Facebook page. Remember, this template is for Facebook. That is why I see this option here. So if I click on Facebook page, it will allow me to be able to share this to my Facebook page directly. Then I can also choose to download this document, right? Now, these are options. Do you want to save it as a PNG? PNG, PNG, JPEG, PDF, PDF print, SVG, MP4, GIF, PPTS, that is PowerPoint presentation, and so on and so forth. And would you want to limit the size? Because you can see that these are for Pro version. If you're on Pro version, that's when you'll be able to effect some of these changes. Then once you are done, all you need to do is click on download. So once you click on download, it's downloading the document for you. It's preparing it, readying it for download. Now it's done. It's going to show us. Uh, okay, so it's shown us. Um, so it's officially downloaded this document. So we now have our document. All right. So that is in simple terms how to do this. Any questions so far? Any questions?
Okay. Can I say something?
Yeah, please. Oh, Mr. Paul, go ahead.
Okay. I want to find out. It's a question I want to ask the people in the class here. How many of us have been using this tool before? This Canva tool.
I've used it before, but not like
Wait.
in depth. I just used it to make this birthday.
Okay, for your friends.
Yes.
Okay, any other person?
I've used it before to edit a picture.
Okay. What of Toy and Mr. Matthew? Matthew, are you there? Okay. Toyin is not there too, obviously. Now, just a minute.
Sorry, yeah, my network went off.
Okay, so let me hear your feedback. How often do you use Canva? Okay. Now, I just want to add to what Victor have shared so far. You see this tool called Canva that Victor has spoken about very briefly in less than an hour time. Trust me, if you take your time and study this Canva, you can do exploits with Canva. Canva alone, you can use Canva alone to earn a living, a very decent living if you understand how to use Canva. It's very powerful. It's that powerful. You can use Canva to do GIF images, that is animations, all this kind of pictures or videos that you see people post, that you see text dancing and all of this, animated content. They call them GIF. You can use Canva to do that. It's very easy. You can use Canva to create short videos, reels on your social media. You know, reels on your social media. You can use Canva to be able to, create graphics that you can even print. So for deep, you can use it to create infographics for your PowerPoint presentations. If you have ever seen very wonderful PowerPoint presentations that people do with a lot of beautiful infographics, most of them use Canva. And as a VA, I want to tell you for free that most times, especially as an administrative virtual assistant, your principal or your clients may give you presentations to work on. Now, it's not enough to know how to use a PowerPoint. You need to understand different tools so that you can add flavor to your job. It's a flavor you add to your job. It's a flavor to add to the delivery of your work that will make people give you recommendations. So understand how to use Canva. It will help you. Take your time and study it. I will add one or two things that I think will help you guys a lot. For those of you that are using it for just birthdays, normalize using it for your social media management. If you have a business page for yourself, maybe for your own company or wherever you're working, you can use Canva to manage social media. Most of the people that you see managing social media accounts, it's Canva that they use. Now, if you have been using, how many of us are using the Pro edition, the Pro version? How many of us are using the Pro version of Canva? Yes. Anybody? How many of us are using Pro version of Canva? Oh, you can't hear me.
I'm not, sir.
I can hear
It's a
you,
free
sir.
version.
I'm not
Yes.
using
So
the
who
pro.
is using Pro version here? Like you are using a paid version of Canva. Nobody. That's what it means now. The silence in the house. Okay. So what that means is that you are simply just using Canva at the surface. Like you've not touched like 5% of Canva. If you have not yet used the Pro version, Pro edition, what they're using is just a kind of like 5% of the features of Canva. So what I will advise you guys to do is that try, if you want to, let's say if you have a role or maybe you have something to do with managing social media, maybe even your own personal social media or your company or your business social media or whatever you have to do with graphics, get a Pro version of Canva. Now, boys have made it very simple, very easy. You don't have to buy the entire license for a month. What I normally do is I subscribe every month. When I need it, I subscribe. So at the end of the month, I can still subscribe. I have a vendor, someone that buys Canva and then decide to sublet to people. So he buys and then give out to people in teams. So you can join any of the teams and pay him just little amounts, less than 1,000 naira per month, and you'll be there. Your data itself is private. You have your own folders to yourself, and nobody can access that. Only you can be able to access it. So that's what you have been missing. I want to show you some of the projects I've done with. Okay, there's something I just did here. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right. So now take a look at this. I did this using Canva, right? This is right inside Canva, not even say I did it using Canva, right inside Canva. You can see this is done with Canva. There are so many other projects that I've done with Canva that if I show you, you will not believe that it's Canva that I've done. In fact, some of them are printable jobs that there are jobs that we have done and I've sent it out to a printer. They've printed all of them. They printed them out and they are beautiful. The clients like them. Everybody loves them. Now look at this. Let me show you another thing. So I should be able to see a lot of okay. I don't need this. Don't need this. Okay. Let's move to another thing. Sorry, just a minute. I'm trying to switch to there's something there are some things I want to show you in Canva that will change the way you design using Canva. If you have been using Canva before, now. So just all right, fine. This is perfect. Now, this is a job I also did for somebody, and I collected money from people. They paid me heavily to design this. I used Canva to design this, and I gave it out to someone that prints, and they print. It's part of what we do sometimes. Now, you may be looking at there's what they call Canva elements. There's what they call Canva elements. Everybody, look up here. Canva elements. Have you seen this? If you have ever wondered where graphics designers get all those fancy artifacts, all those fancy elements that they put on their document, on their graphics that looks very nice. For example, look at this certificate emblem. This stuff right here, that certificate sign that is there that you see people putting on the certificate that they look very nice. This is where they get them. Now look at graphics here. I can simply just click any of this here and it will get into my file for me to resize. You see? Can you see this? Let me open a file let me move to, this is a free version. So let me move to one that is actually paid so that you can be able to see it clearly. Let me move to an account that is paid. I don't even know which of the, okay. Perfect. So now whenever you are designing, you come to Canva element here. You come to Canva element here. What it means is that you can get any infographics, any icon you want, and place it in your design. All I simply need to do is just to type whatever I need there. Let me say, let's say you are looking for flash sales. Flash sales. So all I simply need to do is just type flash sales and search. Now, once you type flash sales and search, you will see a lot of elements, find design element, pre-designed elements here that you can pick from any of them at all and use. So you see, so you can add this to, let's say you're working on a flyer and there is a discount and you want to let people know that this is a flash sales, you can just simply pick that and drop it there. You can pick any of the elements here, as long as if you're using a pro edition, there are some that are free, some are paid for. But if you are using a pro account, you can actually pick any of them. You can pick any of them and it will work for you. So look at them here, flash sales, flash sales. Now, if you have ever seen these ribbons, let me say red ribbons that you see people put on their graphic design and it looks so nice, you can actually pick it here. So you can search for anything, trust me, search for anything that comes into your mind and you will see it. If you don't see it under pictures, come to graphics, you will find it there. So let's say if I want to use this maybe as a border around my certificate, I can just simply insert it and click on it and resize and put it the way I want around my graphics. Can you see that? Hello?
Hello, sir. So I don't know if it's my network. I'm just seeing
Hello, sir,
the
I can hear
certificate.
you.
Okay, you can hear me, but okay. Now, what I was just trying to demonstrate is there are a lot of elements here. There's what they call Canva elements. Elements are graphics items that you use to decorate your graphics, to make your graphic look nice. All right. So I said there are thousands of elements that Canva come preloaded with. So you don't have to reinvent wheels. You don't have to design again. When you see people do these things on their flyers and it looks very flashy and very nice, Canva has a section called Canva Elements. So all you need to do is just go there to Canva Elements, then type whatever you want. If it's a rectangle that I want or circle, let's say green circle. If I type green circle now, green circle frame, let me put it that way, and I press enter, you see a lot of green circles will pop up. Sorry. You see a lot of green circles will pop up here. So you can just simply pick any of them here and make use of it. That's what I'm trying to say. You can pick any of them here and make use of it. Let's say you want to use this. Just click on it and it will enter your design canvas. So you can be able to use it there. See another one, see many of them. So if you are looking for background, for example, background, let's say fruit background. You are designing a flyer for your smoothie and you're looking for fruits background. You can simply just do that and you will see backgrounds about fruits, many fruits here. So you can pick anything you want. That's how beautiful Canva is. Everything is
Sorry,
preloaded.
sorry,
Yes.
I'm just seeing recent designs on the screen. I'm not seeing anything else you're doing.
Ah,
Yes.
any other person having the same? Okay, okay. This is the screen you are seeing. Okay. I think it's the
Yes.
way I shared. Is the way I shared my screen. Is the way I shared from my. Oh, I have to share. Okay. Can you see this now?
Yes. Is it
Yes.
certificate of
Certificate. Yes.
appreciation?
Yes. Okay, that's the
Yeah.
page I was actually working on. Now let me try something. I want to be sure that my screen is navigating, is moving the way it should move. All right. Let's open a new file. Let me see if it will. Let me say flyer, business flyer. So that's how beautiful it is. You can just product flyer. Let's say product flyer. I want to open any template so we can use. So did it move with my screen? Can you see my screen now? The purple document, or is still on that certificate?
No, it's on the purple document.
The purple. Oh, great. That's all I want to confirm. Okay. So now look at this. This is an existing template. This is an existing template that I just picked from thousands of templates that Canva has. So you too can pick anyone. And the beauty of it is that you can do this on your mobile phone too. You don't have to be system, but most times I recommend system because you can be able to see clearly whatever you're doing better than on the phone. I can as well zoom this in so that you can see better. Now let's assume our company colors. For Memotta, we don't use purple, we use blue and orange. So if Memotta is blue and orange, what do I need to do here? I can change the colors, right? I can change these colors to suit what I want. So I don't have to go and pick a template and then be forced to use the colors that came with the template. So this is purple. So I can just simply select any of the purple elements, on the screen. Let's say these are rectangle here. If I select this, you look at the colors here. If you look up here, you will see all the colors on what I've selected. So the purple color here, I want to change.
Sorry, sir. No colors are showing again.
No color is showing. But can you see my purple
Yes,
design? Can you see my purple design?
yes. The one that has let us handle your next marketing project.
Good. And this guy. So I've selected something here now. So when I select, look up a little bit. Can you see my cursor? My mouse pointer?
No,
You can't see my
no,
mouse pointer.
not at all.
Oh, wow. Okay. But did you see something like a BG remover on top?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Do I have to share all my entire computer before this thing will work? Okay. All right. So let me share the entire window or the entire screen. Yes, the entire screen. I think that's the right thing to do, the entire screen. Before you will now come and see my WhatsApp now. Eh? That's what I'm avoiding. You start seeing things that you shouldn't have been seeing. Okay, so entire screen. Let's see this Chrome tab. No, entire screen. Okay, if I say entire screen now, let's test this and see. Does it work now? My whole screen is up now.
Yes, sir.
So can you see my cursor, my pointer now moving? Can you
Yes,
see
Yes,
where
sir.
my
Yes,
pointer?
sir.
Okay, so we
Yes,
can
sir.
flow together now. Okay, we can flow together now. All right. So look at this purple here. If I select this purple, I don't want this purple color. My company colors are not purple. They are orange as well as deep blue. So I want this to be blue, this purple to be blue, and the other color I will use orange. So look at where the purple color is. The color you want to replace is there. So you select the color there, just click on it there. Click on it there, then you see the color palette to open. So obviously our company color is orange, like I've told you. So you can see the orange here. But the best approach, if you want to get the color correct, if you want to get the colors of your company correct, I would advise that you upload the logo of your company in your document. So once you have a logo of your company, Canva has a way of picking the colors automatically that comes with the logo. So it becomes very easy for you. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me bring in my logo here. Memotta logo. Okay, so Memotta logo should be on the desktop. Memotta logo. Great. So I have a logo of Memotta here now. Now I simply just drag, instead of uploading, you can just drag it to Canva canvas and it will pick. If you don't know that before, you know it now. So now that I've dragged Memotta logo here, I've dragged Memotta logo here. I've dragged Memotta logo here. It will be registered on this document. The colors will be registered on the document, so you cannot see that this Memotta logo that I've selected, you are seeing blue color here now. You are seeing the orange color here now. So now, if I select this purple now, and I want to change the colors, I can easily find the color of my logo here. Look at this place now. Can you see? Can you see where my logo is on the color palette here now? So you see orange color is here. You see my deep blue is here. So I don't need to stress myself to be looking for the color that matches my company colors. With my logo there, this thing can simply just pick the color for me to be able to use. So if I pick this blue now, if I pick that blue here now, if I pick the blue, okay, so let me see if this is an image. Okay, that's an image. That's an image. That's what the color is not applying. But let's look at this. This is the right up. So if I click this and I select the blue enters. I can decide to say change all the purple to blue at once. All the purple right up, change them to blue at once. So everything will enter. Excuse me. So change all the purple to blue and everything enters. Just a minute. All right. So if I want black, if I want to change all the blacks to orange, for example, I can still select a black and click this. All right. So if I do that and I want all the black right up to go from black to orange, I will simply click change all. That change all blacks to orange. So once I click that, it will save me the stress of selecting one after the other. Now the reason why this purple did not change is because it is an image. You can actually also change image colors sometimes too. If you have a pro edition of your Canva, let me see if that will change. Okay. All right. Now look at the image of the person sitting there. I don't know if someone noticed a change. Look at this guy holding the laptop here. Can you see the guy holding the laptop here? Now I try to manipulate the color. I clicked here. I changed to blue. You see that his shirt now has completely changed from which color it was before, orange to blue. Can anybody
Orange
see?
to blue.
Can you see that? Did you see the difference?
Yes.
You were wearing an orange
Yes,
shirt
sir.
before. So you can actually change that. One thing, Canva uses AI, so the AI is able to spot those colors and help you do that. Now his face, if I want to change his face from brown, all this brown skin, anywhere I see brown, shade of brown on his picture, I want to change it to blue. I can also change that. Can you see? So this guy is transformed from the yellow Igbo to a blue looking young man. So if I want to change that to black, I can as well change. So the picture becomes a black and white. These are some of the powerful features that you can have in Canva. Now, if you notice something, this image is blocking what I wanted to select behind. That is a rectangle. I actually wanted to change that purple color too, but the image is blocking it. So anytime I want to select, that image keeps blocking. Who can tell me what to do to get to the down part of the rectangle, to be able to select the rectangle. What will I do?
Maybe to delete the image first.
So if I delete now,
Oh.
we can get to it, but
maybe
our
you
image
can
has gone.
move the image.
Huh?
I'm saying maybe you can move the image to a side so that you can click on the
Okay, that's fair enough.
purple.
I can move the image to the side, thank you. Or I can cut it. I can cut it and keep it. Abi? Cut, when you cut, it will
Yes, you
temporarily
can do that.
disappear. When you finish, you return it back. But what if I forget in the process of doing your work, you now forgot? That means your image is gone. So let's not follow that pattern. This is a professional way of doing this. Canva works just the way Photoshop works when it comes to it has what they call layers. All right, Canva layers. Now, layers are arranged in what we call position. Look at this, please, called positioning. So every object is stacked on each other the way the way you were creating them. So if you created this first, it comes first. Another one comes, it stays on it. Another one comes, it stays on it. So the objects are not stacked together by default like that. So if the last object you create will come out before the first one, so it becomes fee. Is it a fee for what? Last in, last out, LIFO kind of arrangement. So the last object you create will be the one to come out first before you can access the first object. So what it means here is that this rectangle was created before the image was brought into the design. And that's why the image is blocking the rectangle. So use position here to access your layer panel. Instead of deleting or moving them, just click on the position. So from the position, you come to layers. Can you see? Come to layers. So once you come to layers, you will now see everything that is on your design will be here. Everything on that canvas, that canvas is here. So you see the image is here. You see anything you want to select. As you click it here, if you click it on the layers here, it will be highlighted automatically. So can you see? It becomes easy for me to select that rectangle now. I could easily select it. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So go to position. Don't forget position. When you click on position, it will this dialog box will pop up. Then click on layers. Then from layers, you don't see all the elements on your design page will appear here. So if I want to select this marketing project, all I need to do is I don't need to come and be struggling here. I'll just come here and click on marketing project, and it will be highlighted. So what I need now, if I want to select that image now, I will just come here and click on the image here, and it will select. If I want to select the rectangle, that purple rectangle, I will just come and click here, and it will be selected. So if I want to delete this other ones here, I can just select that and delete it. It will disappear without disturbing me. So if I click on this, the rectangle is selected. So now I can simply change this color, because now I can see it and I can change the color from that purple to my company blue. Can we all see? It's easy, right? Very easy. Now, you can as well edit this, which is what I heard when Victor was telling you how to edit this. Let us handle your next project. You can change this to whatever you are advertising. You can do this. You can as well as add your own elements. I noticed that there are no contact information here. So if I want to add social media contact, I will simply come to elements. Then I want to add, let's say, our Instagram icon. All right, I'll go to element and search for Instagram icon. So all the Instagram icons will come out here. I will simply just pick the one I want. I'll pick the one I want, and it will appear here. So you can simply resize to your text however you want. But I discovered that this thing is not good like that. So I want a rectangle. I want an orange rectangle. Now, if you notice, I am adding more elements to this design now. I'm adding more elements to this design now. So I want an orange rectangle so that I can use it down here and add my social media handles on it. So I can just insert that and then make this a little bit bolder, but it is blocking the social media handle, the Instagram handle I added there. So for me to bring that up, what do I need to do? I will come to my positioning and go to layers as usual. Remember, now notice that the rectangle I just added now is on top because I just added it last. So what do? I will simply change the position of this what? The position of this Instagram handle icon. I will move it up on top of the rectangle. So once I move it on top of the rectangle, automatically it has overlapped the rectangle. So that's how you rearrange elements and objects on a Canva page. So you can now add as many elements as you want. I can add our location, our office location icon, anyone I choose here, I can pick it. I can pick anyone I want. I can pick this, see, resize, put it there, and add my office address. I can as well bring my Facebook icon, bring the Twitter handle, every other thing that I want to bring, I can bring in there. So that's exactly how you use Canva. That is very simple, but it's powerful. Trust me. Try to use this tool every day. Learn something new every day. Learn one or two things every day, and you will be glad you did. You can as well add some customized text. That means graphics looking text, not just the ordinary text. Look at them here. You can pick anyone you want here. I want this bug D, but that's not what I want. But I want a bug D. I want the text that looks like this, or I want something that looks like this. I love this, the way they do this. Okay, so I can insert this here, resize it, move it up here. See, 2 times revenue growth. So you can easily just ungroup this because it's already grouped. So you can ungroup. That means you want to unbundle them. Then they become independent. So you can easily edit this revenue. Type in whatever you want. 2 times value. Value. You understand? Then I will now say get 2 times value. This other text is not accessible again. So I can simply just come here and move this text up in front of the image layer. So I can now resize this, get up to 2 times value, or get 2 times value, any amount you pay. This is a promotional material. So you see, you can always do anything you want. You can change the color, you can do whatever you want. And of course, when you finish, you can publish. You can save the way Victor show you how to save. Any question at all on Canva, anything you love, you've been seeing people do on Canva that you want to do, ask me now. The opportunity is now. Or anything you don't understand from what I've explained. Taught you how to change colors, customize your designs, how to be able to add visual elements to make your design look appealing, how to arrange your layers, your layers, and be able to manage the layers properly. So if there's anything you are finding it difficult to do on Canva and you'd love to do, let me know. This will add to your advantage. And you tell a client you can manage social media, you have an advantage over someone that doesn't have that skill. Any question? Yes. No question. But do you guys understand? I was too fast. I was looking at time. That's why I was like kind of rushing small.
I understand.
You
Toyi.
understand, sir?
All right.
I understand.
So okay. So go out there. try out something, design something on Canva. I don't want to give a specific assignment, but maybe I may be forced to drop something. I will give you a task on Canva that I will expect all of you to do. I'll drop that on the dashboard. I'll ask Victor to upload it on the dashboard. So I will just send, maybe I will get a sample design and then upload and ask you to replicate what we have. So that will help you. We challenge you to be able to explore the tools that we have used on Canva and how you can be able to achieve that. Would that be okay? Tomorrow, I may give you more time because we have exam coming up.
Sir, will it
Yes.
be be on the free version or the pro?
I'll try. Even on the free version, you have a lot of features, so you should be able
Hello,
to
sir.
get it done. Yes, I
Well,
can hear
like you
you.
said, you have someone that normally sell the pro
License.
whatever,
Hmm.
and that has license that could sell the pro. So I don't know if you just help us, you connect us with the person.
Sure, sure.
Anytime we need like this assignment now, if we need to do the pro, we just pay
I will
small
do that.
amounts and then
If you want,
advantage.
it's not expensive. When I noticed the day I discovered that I've not been using free Canva and my life have never remained the same. Because I could imagine paying 650 naira and then I have access to all the features of Canva for 1 month. So I said, even if it's cost, I will have 650 to pay for this Canva. You understand? And it
Yes,
boosts your productivity. It makes you more productive. You can be able to do things without thinking twice. When you are using free, there are some things you are doing now. You want to save, you cannot save them. You want to download, you cannot download. They will now start telling you you have to pay for this, you have to pay for that. So it's
so I,
interesting. Hmm.
me, I'm interested, so I wouldn't mind to join the league, sir.
No problem. I will link you with a
Um,
guy. Just chat
All
me
right.
up. I will tell him I will share his contact. So you just tell him you
All right.
need a Canva. It's just your email. You add it to his one of his Canva teams. You send
Okay,
650,
sir.
I think it's 650 naira to his account. And then
Okay, sir.
in fact, he will do it before you even pay safe. Most times.
And I'm
Because
a
people don't
member.
believe him at first. People don't believe him at first. So he will activate it before you pay most times. That's what he does. So that's I think that's where we'll stop.
yes, I just drop our emails if you are interested in
Yes,
the
if you are interested, don't drop your
in
email
chat.
in the public. Don't drop your email in the group. Just I think you have if you have seen me posted on the group, just send it to my DM. Say Canva.
Oh, all
Uh,
right, sir.
yeah,
Thank
you're welcome. So any other question generally? Tomorrow we are hoping tomorrow by God's grace we will be rounding up. And I will handle that session tomorrow. We'll look at how we can be able to monetize the skills that we have learned so far. For those of you that sign up for data analysis, how many of us did data analysis here? Then you're still here for VA, or you joined during the VA only? All of you is only VA. Okay, no problem. So let me reserve what I wanted to say to those people that are for data analysis. But
I
for
did data
VA,
analysis, sir. I did data analysis.
you did it too, right?
Yes, I joined.
Okay, that's fine. Because I wanted to say that I am owing them one class on Excel. My final class on Excel. I was
Exactly, sir. Yes.
uh I was supposed to do that, but I traveled for a job for a work and I didn't have time. So maybe when they finish, we'll agree on a time. That class is very important. It's where we'll even do the main analysis. We've not done anything analysis in Excel. So we'll agree on a time. If it's convenient for those everyone, we'll choose 2 hours. We are done. At least let's go deeper in Excel so that people will have more value. Now tomorrow we'll look at how you can navigate the online job space. How you can be able to, apply for jobs and how you can get jobs and how you can, tailor your CVs and optimize your LinkedIn profile, your social media profile to what you want and how to land those gigs. That's what we'll be looking at tomorrow. And we'll also take questions. I will try if I can be able to get another guest uh, on the session that will answer a lot of questions. How we do that. I'll feature a guest speaker I will take the session, but I will feature another guest speaker if I'm able to do that. I'm not yet promising. If I'm able to do that, I will do that. So don't miss tomorrow's class at 6 p.m. And Saturday, all things being equal, the portal will be open for your final examination. It won't be only Saturday. I will speak with Victor so that he can schedule the exams for at least 2 days. For those of you that cannot meet up on Saturday, you can be able to take it on Sunday or Monday. So we'll do that. So until you take your exams and at least you score a good percentage, you will not be certified. So take it serious, do the examination, and just reverse what you have learned so far in all the modules that you have learned. It's not going to be that very difficult exams, but just to test your knowledge to be sure that you're serious and try to complete your tasks. If you have any pending tasks, try to complete them. At least they will count. So thank you very much. For
Questions.
Hello,
yes,
sir.
and before you ask that question, let
The
me
exam.
just quickly a quick one before you ask that question. Hold your there's this class that was recorded, but they dropped down from YouTube.
Okay, that's what I want to talk about.
So many of you were not able to access that class. We have done an alternative arrangement. I asked my assistant to upload it on Google Drive on our drive. So he has done that. We'll share the link. So if you request access, you'll be granted access for you to be able to watch it there on our drive. Okay, so the link will be shared in the general group, but not everybody will have access to it. It's the emails that we have that will grant access to it. So I think that's just the update on that class.
So what, sir? I don't know if you have my email. Oh.
You registered now.
Okay,
Grace,
sir. Sir,
you registered. So we have you. Anybody that registered, we have their email.
if I cannot have access, I always shout. I
I
always
know, I
make
know. I
noise.
trust you. I trust you now. I trust you.
Okay, thank you,
So
sir.
you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to ask if the exam will be theory based or practical or both.
It will be both.
Okay.
We'll test your knowledge both on practical and theory.
Sir, there's something we didn't do. All those peer-to-peer, when we have team and all of that, we didn't do any team project and all of that. I
Peer
thought
to
we were
peer.
supposed to.
Yeah, I understand. But like I've said, this thing is not ending tomorrow. Our learning is not ending tomorrow. Okay, we have become a community now, and what community does is to help one another. What community does is that if I get a gig today, what I did right that made me to have that job, I share it. The interview questions they ask me, and I share it with my friends, so everybody get prepared. You know, the beauty of this thing is that it's a global job market we're targeting. We're not targeting Nigerian market, so it's very big, very very big. Everybody can fly. So after tomorrow, the community effort starts. So I will be rest assured that we'll still be sharing our tax. Personally, I've had some tasks that will still share so that you can build your portfolios as well as our experience on these things. So we share tasks after tomorrow. The learning does not stop. The classes may stop tomorrow, but learning will never stop. So thank you for that reminder of that peer-to-peer. Maybe we'll still find time and do that so that people can be able to work in groups. Thank you, Toy.
Yes, I have a question too.
Yes. T.
Okay. Yes, sir.
All right.
While I
Go
was
ahead.
trained, I saw two cohorts. I saw cohort 1 and cohort 2. Is the cohort 2 an advanced learning or advanced training to cohort 1? I just want to know if registering for the two or they are practically the same thing but due
No,
to
no, you
different
don't
time.
have to. If you have registered for cohort 1, you don't have to register for cohort 2. It's the same curriculum. Though if you need advanced learning in specific areas, contact us. Let us know because we have specific. Let's say we have a course strictly on data analysis only that people register for it only for data analysis. So it takes time to run the data analysis. We have courses on Excel alone, for example. You understand? We have courses on Power BI alone. we have courses on. We are also launching some other courses too. So if you need any advanced knowledge in a particular area, after your training, you're not okay, you need advanced knowledge, let us know. We'll see how we can arrange something for you. But for that cohort too, it's just for another set of virtual assistants. It has not
All
even
right, sir.
started. It has not started yet.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, too. All right. So, and please, tomorrow, you people should stay in a good place. I want to see your videos. Well, I'm going to do the class of videos on tomorrow. So, for the ladies, I want to do makeup. Go and do makeup before you come. All right.
I'm going to Galileo.
You tag it, Abby.
Yes, sir.
Collins, please arrange a refreshment. We are doing grand finale tomorrow, so you arrange the refreshment and photographer as well as someone that will come and do video coverage. Brett will tag Gilly. Some other people. Everybody should tag Gilly. So thank you guys. Thank you. It's been an amazing time. We'll see you tomorrow by 6 p.m.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
Have a
Thank
great
you, sir.
night.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.